everyone, join us as we cap off our year with a family trip to Malaysia.
Hello guys, today we're gonna eat at Uncle Roger's restaurant. Fuya! Hiya!
For our first full day, my son specifically requested to have brunch at Uncle Roger's restaurant. This place is filled with the iconic orange color of Uncle Roger, and of course, we had to order his famous egg fried rice. To be honest, the wait for the food was quite long considering that we were just ordering egg fried rice. But hey, we finished everything because we were literally super hungry at this point, and this was our first meal of the day. If you are finding a tasty egg fried rice, then I guess this is worth a try. We arrived at around 10:30 to 11 a.m. I believe, and by the time we finished eating, there was already a long queue outside waiting to try Uncle Roger's restaurant. My son definitely enjoyed it, so it's a win for us. After our meal, we went to the restaurant next door to try out their soup bowls, and the concept was quite interesting because we get to choose our own ingredients and you pay for how much it weighs at the counter. Then they cook it up with the broth that you choose. Here we are happily eating out our second meal of the day. After our second meal, we had a mandatory stop at Toys R Us to check out my son's favorite Tomica cars, and after I went ahead to grab myself a milk tea. We strolled around the mall to look around and ended up eating more at this soy shop, which is actually pretty good. I was really impressed with the Pavilion Mall of Kuala Lumpur because it was really big and beautifully made. You can find all sorts of stores here that you need. We also saw this cute Pop Mart store and checked out all of these cute Molly figurines. For dinner, we chose to eat at this fish restaurant. I have never eaten so much fish in one sitting, but the fish is actually very well cooked and tender. The next day, we decided to have a breakfast buffet at the hotel we are staying, the Grand Hyatt Kuala Lumpur. The view was amazing, and there was a section of the restaurant where you can actually have a view of the famous Petronas Tower during your meal. Unfortunately, the area was already fully booked by the time we got there, but nonetheless, the view was stunning. They have a great variety of food and drinks to choose from, so definitely it was a really good breakfast for us. I particularly enjoyed their teh tarik, which is prepared fresh in front of you, and you can also get one to go. How cool is that? They have Chinese, Western, Indian, and all sorts of food that you can think of here. There were so many choices that we couldn't decide what to get first. Everything just looks so good and so fresh. Here's a quick tour around the breakfast buffet area, and as you can see, it seems pretty endless. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of food choices here. I don't know how to even take a video of everything to show you guys the amazing breakfast spread. So this is me just passing by quickly to skim through the food displays. One of our favorites is this pancake section where you can top it off with as much Nutella as you would possibly want. And look at that pastry spread. Everything just looks so good, but I couldn't eat them all. And then here we have the classics: sausages, scrambled eggs, hash browns, the works. Here at the end of the bar is where you can make your fresh fruit or vegetable juice.
Hi guys, welcome to KidZania.
Our main agenda for this day is to visit KidZania. This is our first time trying it.
Join me as we go to KidZania in Malaysia.
It's a great place for kids to try different roles in the community. And don't worry if you're feeling overwhelmed, because it's also your first time in KidZania, because there will be a personnel who will brief you through before letting you off in the area. They get to work and earn their salary with their play money they called as kidzos. And there are also some activities where you need to spend your kidzos in order to participate. We were expecting to spend around 2 to 3 hours in KidZania, but ended up spending 5 hours inside. Can you believe it, guys? There were definitely a lot of kids inside, so things can get really busy and rowdy. One of the highlight activity for my son was him being a firefighter. They get to ride a fire truck, and after which they sprayed water on a burning building, which was very cool. Initially, we thought that going on a holiday on a Monday would have less people inside, but boy, were we wrong. We went there and it was jam-packed with kids. There were also some schools having their field trip for the day, so I think that particular day that we went to was really a busy day. I think by the end of the day, we were only able to finish a little bit more than half of the activities, and we were already so tired, so we decided to call it the day. Another favorite activity of my son is when he gets to be a policeman. So again, they rode around the place and made a barrier around the area where the firefighters are putting out the fire. The strategy that worked for us was to go to the areas where you can schedule a time slot ahead and do other activities while waiting. There will be some areas where you can pre-sign up, but at the same time, there are also areas where you need to queue on the spot. My son also tried out this local milk tea brand called Tea Live, and look at them making their milk teas from scratch. So cute! My son enjoyed it, and we get to have the milk tea after. My son was actually the most excited at this part where he gets to drive his own mini car around. But take note that this activity actually has a prerequisite where they are required to be cleared from the optometrist and obtain a driver's license. Don't worry, those are just fake driver's license and a fake eye exam before they could actually drive their own car. Day 4, and here I am again drinking more milk tea because this milk tea tastes so good and the queue was really long to get this drink. We had a quick yakiniku for lunch and off we go to the next destination. We went to check out the TRX mall with the recommendation of our cab driver. We're so grateful because the weather that day was just so perfect. And the Apple store here is really huge, so it's worth checking it out. Our flight the next day was unfortunately quite early, so we went straight to the airport right after breakfast. Again, can I just say that they give the best service in terms of transferring from terminals? There's a car waiting outside. We were in Malaysia for a total of 5 days, and boy, we felt quite sad leaving and saying goodbye to good food, nice weather, and of course, wonderful places to visit here. We have so much more places outside the city that we haven't visited with our son because me and my husband have already been to Malaysia before, but maybe that will be for our future trip again with him. The lounge was also so stunning and we had a great view of the airport around. And that caps off our family trip to Malaysia, and we are definitely looking forward to go back to this beautiful country. Thank you for watching. Bye!